The minister himself has been somewhat critical of you and your assessment of this. I'm just wondering why you say that you have some confidence that they're going to follow through on your recommendations. It doesn't sound like they actually believe that they have much of a problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, in fairness to the minister, he made those comments as I released the annual report, and he did indicate at the time that he hadn't read the report. He hadn't seen the report. So hopefully by now he's read the report.
But he would have been aware at that time of what you were recommending.
The ministry had the report, but he was quoted as saying at the time he hadn't seen the report. So I'm hopeful that he's seen the report, he's read it, and is equally horrified. And then I hope the ministry takes the message to move forward with it. We will be there to monitor. We've told the ministry we wanted quarterly reports, and we'll be there to report back on the progress of the ministry, because I think this is an important sector. The significance of this in the current climate is that employees are upgrading their skills, and private career colleges provide a quick and dirty way of doing it, in that they are career focused, they are quick, they offer flexible programs for someone who's laid off, someone who wants to increase their skills. These are perfect ways to do so, which means that this is a booming industry. Now, either the government has to recognize that it needs to tighten the strings around the operations and use the tools of the Act, or we'll see more Bestechs.
You didn't answer my question earlier, but is there a problem with the fact that ESL schools aren't covered?
Well, because I didn't investigate that issue. I'm dealing right now just with this, so I could look at it after this and let you know what my opinion is. But right now we're dealing with private career colleges, and that's why I commenting only on what I've investigated.
In the past 2 years, the ministry repeatedly sent a returning order to this college and asked the president to submit an application for registration. So what do you think the ministry should do? To physically close the door of the college or post a notice?
You know, you can't tell the ministry by legislation. You're the enforcer. Here are all the beautiful tools you have, tools that would make police officers drool, and then have them sit on their hands. There's so many things the ministry could have done. If you walk downtown Toronto and you look at restaurants, what do you see? Pass, fail, yellow stickers. Why not have the ministry come and put a sticker on a college? Illegal operation. Put a sign in front of it. Put a yellow tape. Do something. Right now you have to be Sherlock Holmes to be able to find out the information you need about a college. This shouldn't be a game of playing cat and mouse. The government has the tools, it's got the resources, they know who's operating illegally and who's not. Do something. There seems to be at the ministry a misconception of their role. They're not there as a school counselor for private career colleges. Sure, they're part of their job is to inform and provide information, but they're the enforcer. And I'm not sure they've got that. They've turned their mind around that. And so they may need some kind of an attitude adjustment to realize that there's this very powerful piece of legislation that's put out there and creates an expectation on the part of the public that this is a sector that needs tender, loving care.
How many other colleges are you looking at right now? And what is this about colleges under conditional registration? There's 12 of them, and another under conditional program approval, 71.
These are colleges that are being that are conditionally accepted, but they haven't met all the criteria, so the ministry is trying to make them into a compliant college. You know, there's nothing wrong with not arriving on day one with a sledgehammer, but there has to be a point after 2 years, after the operators of this college playing a cat and mouse game, defeating the system. And you know, the operator of this college was by no means operating in a very sophisticated fashion. She was not operating by stealth. She had signs on the internet. She was posting signs at unemployed offices, advertising a registration number that the ministry knew was false. So there were so many opportunities, so many red flags That's why I think it's important for the ministry to recognize those flags and act with some dispatch.
Was there criminal activity here?
It's not for me to make that call. My understanding is that there has been a complaint to the police, and that the police were awaiting the results of this report before deciding on the next step. So now the report's out. The question is now up to the police to decide how to proceed with this case.
Monsieur Marin, pouvez-vous nous dire en français, là, de votre point de vue, pourquoi est-ce que le ministère refuse d'aller jusqu'à demander qu'on dépose des accusations dans les cas de ces collèges véreux, si on peut dire?
Le ministère de la Formation des collèges et des universités a tout simplement froid aux yeux. Le ministère ne reconnaît pas sa fonction de sanctionner la loi, d'appliquer la loi et d'entamer des poursuites judiciaire lorsqu'un collège opère de façon illégale et prend avantage des étudiants. C'est ça le problème. Il existe dans ce domaine-ci une loi qui est très forte, qui prévoit toutes sortes de moyens d'assurer que la loi est sanctionnée. Sauf que les fonctionnaires du ministère voient leur rôle plutôt d'agir à l'amiable, de fournir des renseignements, d'aider les collèges à comprendre leurs responsabilités. Et il n'y a pas de doute que ça fait partie de leur rôle, mais leur rôle principal, c'est la protection des consommateurs. Et ça, le ministère n'a pas compris ça encore.
So how many other career colleges are you looking at?
Right now, that's the only one that we're looking at. We will have another report on another college in the months to follow, on the Cambrian College operating out of Sudbury. It's a different issue, but it's an area that we're keeping a very close eye on.
Do you have any idea how many other unregistered private career colleges there are in Ontario right now?
There are many in the system. The ministry is aware that there are many. I don't know the exact amount. Some of them are fly-by-nights. They come in, they come out. Some of them are in the queue waiting to be approved. But it's not an insignificant number.
So are we talking tens or hundreds or?
You'd have to ask the ministry. I wouldn't even speculate on that. But there are a significant number. I would say certainly more than 10 for sure. Okay, thank you very much.